Hello everyone. I thought I would make this video because there's been something that's been moving through me a lot, especially this last year, and it's something that I want to give a voice to so that the energy settles and the energy feels honored and acknowledged so that it can move in the way that it needs to and inspire you in the way that it wants to. So in this video, I'm going to talk about control, or perhaps the need of lack of control. And I'm not going to speak as much about the behaviors of control, so much as the way that we control or we believe we can control life, and the way that it decides to unfold in our lives. So basically, I believed that in order to create and manifest anything, my desires, my longings, and my wishes, I believed that I needed to take action. I needed to focus on the target and to hone in and then go for it. Which in essence, that's what pretty much most of us do. We put all our energy into a passion or a goal or a desire, and we watch it like a hawk to see how it unfolds. And we put time frames on it, we put unexpected pressure on it for it to show up in the way that we want it to. And that is a form of control. However, a lot has been unfolding this year in terms of, well, the soft way of saying is unfolding. The reality was breaking down. So a lot was breaking down in the way that I understood how much control I actually have in this game of life. And I always believed that we're co-creators. That is, we are co-creating our reality with life. And I still stand by it, but the way that I understood co-creation previously is very different to how co-creation has unfolded this last year for me. Previously, I believed co-creation to be that life directs me to take action and then I act, which is a 50-50 partnership with life, basically. And as we all know, all of us have been in some form of a relationship or the other where we know that it's never 50-50. Life is not perfect in its equal balance. And it's always swaying and it's always dancing to try and find the balance within the imbalance of wherever it finds itself in. And so now looking back, no wonder I felt that 50-50 co-creation with life was very uncomfortable for me. So this year I noticed that this co-creation of life has a very different meaning to it and a very different feel to it, and one that has, and I laugh because one that has been absolutely destroying, confronting, and incredibly humbling. So here's what I observed. I observed that in order for me to manifest my goals, my dreams, my longings, my desires, and everything that I want to see manifest in my life, now and well into the future, the only way that I can co-create with life is to actually get out of the way. When I say get out of the way, what I mean is literally to give up control and get out of the way of the flow of life. That is the way to co-create. When I say this, I mean to say that all our desires, all our longings, all our goals, all our wishes are in perfect alignment with who we are, what we came here to do, what we came here to be, and what we are meant to do in the future with our lives. I don't believe that they are outside of this journey of life, our individual journey of life. So to breathe into that and recognize that it's there for us. And the way that we get towards it is not to take action and to do things and to fix things and to overcome situations and to overtake processes, etc., etc., etc. Those are the very same things that I'm actually attached to, because I'm a workaholic. In a sense, I like to take action. But life taught me that that's the very last thing that we should be doing. We should be, when I say we should, I'm going to take out the word should. We really are required to just be present. And when life flows, we just flow with it. And to not become the obstacle of control in that flow. And one of the subtleties that I observed is that, let's say I have a goal, and that goal is actually scattered all around me right now in these tiny little particles of energy. And they're everywhere. They're inside me, they're around me, they're outside me, and they are within all the people that I am meeting, because they all come together to culminate, to form that goal for me. But it's not yet manifested, which means to say that they're spread out in my field. And when, during moments of stillness, I can observe that when the time starts to move, or when it's time for that goal to come into fruition, to come into manifestation in this physical reality, these little particles of energy, wherever they are, with the people and places and everything and within me, they start to come together very slowly, very gently, very lovingly, and with so much power. But they come together in the time that is not set by me, in the space that is not set by me. And to respect that is probably one of the hardest things to do, but it's also one of the most important things to do. And you can, if you want to try this, you can try this with little goals in your everyday life, and to just in complete stillness and in complete presence observe the energies that people, places, and things carry that come together when it is time for that desire or goal to be manifested or to bloom in your life. And for this very coming together and blooming, there has to be a space. There has to be an empty space for this blooming to take place. And that empty space can only be created when we, our mind, and our attachment to desires and our longings and our expectations can get out of the way. i.e., not to fill that space that is ready for that blooming to take place. And this approach is also a very gentle process. It's a more feminine way of being as well. The outside world has really taught us how to push, to project, to control, to use power in an intense, focused, directed way, which has been good, but there's been that imbalance of gentleness, empathy, compassion, care, stillness, presence, space, growth, time, emptiness, and complete darkness from which a flower like a lotus blooms. And may those lotuses, if that's the word, bloom from this space that we can all beautifully hold if we can only get out of the way. So I thank you so much for listening, and I hope you found this inspiring in some way. And let me know your feedback, and I will see you again soon. Take care and talk to you soon. Bye bye.